Welcome back, everyone. Quick update on the Excursion 5. We're doing the registration numbers on the boat video. The vessel needs to be identified, and I have numbers to put on there. And I've seen a few videos on how to do it. Most guys with the vinyl inflatables are using stencils with some kind of spray paint, which seems to be working fine. But for me personally, it's just an extra step that I prefer not to deal with. Blowing the boat up, of course, you're going to have to blow the boat up. You're going to have to fully inflate the boat. And most of the time on a standard boat, you would use the stickers, the 3-inch lettering, and that works just perfectly on most surfaces. But on the vinyl itself, I've been told that it won't last, since you're always inflating and deflating. The stickers will not last. It's going to be a waste of time, and it's going to get yucky. So the spray paint is one option. There's videos on that. I decided to go a different route. I got the stencils. I've got them all set up here. I'll show you in a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a permanent magic marker. I picked this Sharpie up here. It's an extra large tip Sharpie permanent marker. I'm going to use this to put the numbers on, to put the lettering on the vinyl material, and it should work just good, just fine. The marker was about $3 at Home Depot. Also went out and got these stencils right here, 3-inch stencils. Unfortunately, they only had 1 pack. I wanted to buy 2 packs because I have duplicate numbers in my lettering. For instance, I need 2 6s and I need 2 Ds, and this pack has 1 of each character. So I'm gonna have to get a little creative here to make it work, but I'll be able to do it, which it shouldn't be much of a problem. So here's the lettering so far. I've got it all lined up. I actually made this 6 with a razor blade. We had a blank card. I don't think I have another one, but it came with a blank one like this. And I taped it to the back of this 6 here. And I stenciled it out. I drew it out, and I cut it with a razor. It's not perfect, but it will do. As far as this D goes, I'm gonna need another D here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this first, and then I'm gonna stop, remove this, and move it here and tape it. It should be okay. But that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see how it works out. So what we're gonna do next, guys, I've got the boat inflated as you see. I'm doing it right here in my living room, which is another reason why I decided to do the magic marker, permanent marker over the spray paint. Spray paint, I would have to do it outside, and it's going to take time for it to dry. This should work just as well. So what we got to do here is we got to find a spot to put it. Looks like the front is not going to be an option, so you want to get as close to the front as possible. I think this area right here should work. It's available on both sides of the boat. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. Right over here. So what you want to do first is get some rubbing alcohol and very lightly clean the surface. Clean the surface off very lightly before you move on to the next step. Alright, so here we have it all taped up. We put the stencil on the boat, we line it up, and I kind of use this white line here, as you can see, as a guide to keep the lettering as straight as possible. And I think I did a pretty good job. So I did that, taped it off with some good masking tape here. I forgot to mention that I'm using this masking tape here, which was about $3 too as well. The stencils, I'll have to check, but I think they were about $5. But anyway, I got it all taped up here, and I got it nice and snug, and it's got that good curve formed here with the lettering. I got it nice and flush. So once we do this, as I mentioned before, I'm going to have to move this D right over here, and then the C is going to end up over here. So I made sure I measured off that I have enough space for the D and the C. So we're going to start off with this Sharpie here, and we're just going to trace. Just going to color it in as best we can. And this extra wide tip for the Sharpie should help, but it's going to be tough to do with one hand, so I'm going to cut the video off here and I'll give you a quick update in a second. So quick update, we're almost done here with this first section, and what I've noticed is if you start from the stencil and work your way in like this, it will kind of eliminate the bleeding a little bit to do the outlines. That's how I'm doing it, starting from the stencil and working my way in to the material, and then you just kind of color it in. See how I'm starting from the middle, from the stencil, then going straight in just like that. Not sure how it's going to turn out, but we're going to find out pretty soon here. Should be alright. Once you do all the outlining, then you can go ahead and color it in. So here's the finished product. As you see, it's not perfect. It's got some dripping. I think I pressed a little too hard. But overall, it's not bad. It's not perfect. But when you zoom out from a distance, it actually looks pretty good. And that's what's important. The DNR and the patrols, they're going to see it from a distance. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Didn't take much effort, and I ended up using this normal size, normal tip, regular tip, Sharpie, permanent marker to outline it first. Ended up working a lot better than that big old one. I thought the big one would be better, but overall, this normal size tip was a lot better. And I think when I do the other side, it's going to even look better than this. It's my first time doing it, but overall, not too bad. As you can see right there. Nice and visible, 3 inches. Good to go. So I'm on the other side. What I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to use this fine tip, smaller tip, permanent marker to outline it like this. It's going to outline it, and then once I'm done outlining it, I could either use this to fill it in, or I could use the thicker tip to fill it in. But either way, I think this is going to give us better results. See how it looks when we're done. Alright, so here's the other side. And man, what a difference. What a difference the marker made. So completely disregard this. Do not use wide tip Sharpie. That was a bad idea. Use a regular size permanent marker, and this is the result. Even when you look at it up close, you can see the numbers are much cleaner. There's way less bleeding. It's clean, up close, and further away. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm very happy with the way this side turned out, as opposed to this side. From a distance, not bad. When we get up close, you can see all the bleeding here. And this is from the wide tip permanent marker. So overall, not bad overall. I'm very happy with the results. Give you one more look here. Very nice. So once again, all you need is a regular tip permanent marker, a roll of masking tape, and a box of stencils, all of which I purchased from Home Depot. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've used a different method. If you like my method more so than the spray paint, which saved me a lot of time. I would have had to do that outside. I didn't have to tape off the rest of the boat, so I'll prevent overspray. I skipped that step completely. Just these 3 products along with the stencil set, and I was good to go. Very happy with the results. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Fish on.